A project is getting underway for the South Sound's first bus rapid transit. Stacy Ellifrit has more on this line that will run from Tacoma to Spanaway and back again.
Bus rapid transit, or BRT, is different than a regular bus line. It's faster, more reliable, and arrives more often. From paying the fare before boarding, raised platforms for easier mobility device access, to multiple doors for boarding, to bringing a bike on the bus, everything about the BRT is designed for a faster trip.
It feels more like a light rail system, so it'll have stations rather than just your typical bus stop with a sign. It'll have stations that have weather protection. There'll be signs there that will say the next bus is coming in 5 minutes. Buses come every 10 to 15 minutes, so you really don't need a schedule. You can just go to the station and the next bus will arrive.
They also help with congestion. Every BRT vehicle can take about 90 cars off the road. The vehicles will also look different, as they are articulated buses that will be branded for the whole system.
Last fall, our Board of Commissioners selected the name Stream for our BRT system. And what that means is that is a name for the whole system. It's not just for this line. We're going to have future BRT lines as well, but that's our system name. We'll have different indicators for different lines. It might be a letter or a number or a name.
Currently, Pierce Transit is at about 60% design on the project.
We're also finalizing where the bus will travel in the roadway. So in some cases, it will be in the right lane with mixed use traffic and the stations will be on the right. In some cases, it'll be in the left lane and the stations might be in the median on the left side. In some cases, not a whole lot of the line, but in some instances, it will travel through the median itself. So that will become dedicated bus or emergency vehicle travel lane.
This line will run along the 14.4-mile portion of Pacific Avenue SR7 between downtown Tacoma and Spanaway. The corridor is currently served by Pierce Transit Route 1.
Construction could begin as early as next year, and we hope to open sometime in 2024, depending on construction schedules and permitting and all of that. And then finally, we're looking right now, we're just getting started on a bus rapid transit expansion study. So we're hoping to do several more BRT lines, maybe on the routes, this is the Route 1, so maybe on the routes 2, 3, and 4, which are our major lines. But this study will really inform that, where is it most needed?
This is a $170 million project, which is typical for a BRT line.
It's important to note that these are not funds that are coming from Pierce Transit almost exclusively. They are grant funds. And so this is not something that could be used to fund other local bus service. There's already $95 million committed to the project, including about $60 million that came from the Sound Transit 3 ballot measure. Plus we have some state funding and other grants.
Outreach has been ongoing for this project over the last few years. An open house for the community to learn more and get involved will be happening later this year.
People can expect to hear a variety of things, kind of a project overview, the maps of how the bus will travel up and down the corridor, station design. So people will get a look at what that station is going to look like in their neighborhood if they're along the route. The branding, including that Stream logo that I mentioned, timelines for the project, we'll talk about that. How we're working with property owners that might be impacted, because in some cases we will need to acquire some property that might be parking for someone. So we'll be working very closely with property owners to help mitigate any of those impacts as best we can.
Pierce Transit wants the community to stay connected and offers a sign-up for email and text message updates on their website. Subscribers can receive up-to-date information on BRT and more.
We just hope people will really get involved. This is going to be a really big first step for Pierce County and just an exciting new way to get around. It's going to be really easy and quick, and it'll be a different experience for people.
For Tacoma Report, I'm Stacy Ellifrit.
To subscribe to email updates and to find out more about the BRT project, visit ridebrt.com.